Hi guys, Kim here. Welcome to Backyard Blooms. Today's video, we're going to talk about plant tags and why you should keep your plant tag. Us gardeners treat our plants just like we do our children, and just like children, they're very unique and different, and it's no different for plants. So that's the number one reason why you should be able to keep your plant tag. The next reason why to keep your plant tags is that it reminds you what is what, and this is my bloomerang dark purple reblooming lilac bush. So even though that I do keep these plant tags, I do remove these tags from the plant and I keep them elsewhere. And I just bought these copper tags that helps me remember what the name of my plant is, and it looks really nice in the garden. So I bought 25 of these really cute copper plant tags to put into my garden. I thought they were very attractive, and I use lead pencil because on the website it says they will patina into the copper and look really nice, so I thought I'd give it a try. And I'll throw the website up for you. So another reason to keep your plant tag is that it packs a lot of information about the plant. And one of the special reasons that I really like is that it has special characteristics on the plant tag about the plant itself. And on this tag, it talks about this lilac having deep plum flowers that appear in the spring, returning in midsummer and fall, and then it's deer resistant. So I really like the special characteristics on a plant tag. So the next reason is how it grows. So for instance, this bloomerang lilac will get 4 to 6 feet tall and wide, and I should space it 5 to 7 feet apart. So the next reason is that it helps your plant to thrive. So for instance, this bloomerang lilac grows in a zone up to 7 and I'm a zone 8. So I am pushing the limits on this lilac and I know that. So I'm keeping this in some partial shade because it is shaded a little bit from this cryptomera. So it helps you keep your plant thriving. So the next reason is that your plant tag will give the plant's name and the scientific name. Each plant tag should include this type of information. So the light exposure, if it takes sun, full sun, or part shade. It should talk about the hardiness, which I am a zone 8, but this already told you that this plant is hardy to a zone 3 to 7, so I may have to treat it special, and I know that I am taking a risk for that. It will tell you how tall or the size of the plant that it's going to get. So this lilac is going to get 4 to 6 feet tall and wide. It will tell you about your spacing, so how far apart. If you get multiples, I do like to mass plant. I like to get sets of 3s, 5s, and 7s to make a big impact into your garden. And it tells me that I should space these out 5 to 7 feet apart from each other. It tells me my bloom time. So this lilac is going to bloom in the spring, midsummer to frost. So love reblooming things. That means more blooms for me here for my channel. And it tells me when to prune. So this lilac is supposed to be pruned after the spring bloom. And then it tells me what kind of soil it likes to be in. So this likes to be in moist, well-drained soil. So it drains really well in the location that I have. And I do have drip to that. And I have also videos about my drip. If you'd like to see, I'll have those links in the description. So it likes to be moist as well. And then it likes to be, like, it talks about its care too. So like in the care part of this plant tag, it talks about fertilize in the spring, which I give everything in my garden a good dose of Espoma products, which is a slow release fertilizer. It smells awesome, by the way. And so I actually fertilize everything in the spring anyways. And then it tells me its use. So it says borders, containers, foundations, as such. And then it does say that it is deer resistant, and it'll say if it's high, medium, or low, and this plant is a medium level of deer resistance. And then it also talks about any kind of special characteristics that you have about the plant as well. So the next thing I want to talk about is where to keep your plant tag. You can always keep your plant tag on the shrub or plant or near it if you'd like, but I don't like that look in my garden. So I'll always keep my plant tags all in a cute little box, and I'm going to turn the camera around and show you my plant box. So this is my cute little box that I bought from like Michael's or somewhere like that, picked it up. So whenever you're out and you see a cute little box like this, go ahead and grab it. But so I have all my tags from all my plants that I have in this box, so I can always come back and reference this anytime that I need to. So another way that you can keep track of your plants if you don't want to keep your plant tag, which I still highly suggest that you do, is to make a journal of all your plants. So I have like just a little sketchbook right here that I have that's got cute little flowers and decorative that I like to sketch. Now, there's nothing special about any of my sketches here, but anyways, you can see that this was my trellis that I have in the cottage garden, and this right next to it is where I had my lilac. Now I just replanted, or I just planted this shrub this past year, so I just added this one into my journal, and I have it marked as number 48. But if I come down here to where I have all these plants tagged up here in my sketch, and then I come down and I can look at number 48, and it tells me that this is my bloomerang dark purple lilac, and it tells me when I can fertilize it. It tells me how tall that this plant will get. It tells me my zone and tells me if it takes full sun or not, because when you're planting as many things as I plant in my garden, it is really hard to remember all these things. So I actually love this little sketch that I've done for my garden. And I'll just kind of scroll some of the pages back here for you as well. Like this is the fire pit area where I have my crepe myrtles and my Oakland hollies here. So you can tell, just let me pan up here. That is the crepe myrtle. And then if I pan over here, these are the 3 Oakland hollies that I have. And then I'm gonna come back down to the page here. So number 37, and if I come down to number 37 here, it talks about that this is my Yoshio cherry tree. I actually put when I planted it, and then how tall it's gonna get. And then, like I said, I'm gonna pan back up again and pan around because the tree's in the way. And here you can see is my Yoshio cherry tree right there. So now that you know your plant name and all the information about it, if it happens to get sick and you really don't know what is wrong with your plant, there's lots of apps that you can reference to about what type of plant it is. Sometimes you can just scan your plant, and then sometimes you can type your name in and take a picture of that plant, and it will give you suggestions of how to fix that plant. And when I Googled the top, or even when I went to my iPhone and used my apps, the top apps for this is Planta, Flourish, or Picture This, and Blossom are just a few of those apps that you can use. Some you have to pay for, and I believe some are free. In addition to keeping your plant tag, it's a great idea to keep your receipt as well. So some places will actually return your plant if you have a receipt and they don't make it. I know, for example, these arborvitaes, I had to return some of these, and I was able to replace the plant just because I kept my receipt. So I hope this video was helpful, and the reasons why you should keep your plant tag. Like I said, they do pack lots of information in a small little area, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.